and 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Brace yourself, because tonight we're going to witness the single greatest injustice in the history of college football.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It is your boy Theo Dorsey, back at it again. December 2nd, Tuesday, and not looking forward to what we're lining ourselves up for tonight. Definitively not. Cannot wait to get past what is going to get just plastered all over the TV screens and the debate shows and everything following tonight's what I'll preemptively call monstrosity. It will be an injustice. It will be absolutely diminishing the brand and the validity of college football, and it's going to be outright wrong because I already know what's going to happen. The 12-team CFB playoff selection committee is going to make the wrong decision and decide that losses matter more than wins. C-Cat's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. He's been hearing me complain and bicker about this over the past hour before we cut the mics on. And there's just nothing else I want to lead with today, C-Cat. Like, you could talk about Drake May and the Patriots beating the Giants. We can conjure up ideas as to why exactly Abdul Carter was actually, benched for the first quarter. I know that there were, some weird allegations out there.
No, I heard it from the horse's mouth. Happens.
Okay.
It's like, honestly, Abdul Carter, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, happens.
It does happen.
Like, that's true in all facets of life.
I never believed that. So that was a fake Twitter account that tweeted out that whole.
Oh, yeah, that was fake.
Yeah,
no, but Abdul Carter actually did say why he was benched.
And what was it?
He did say, like, that was quoted him.
Yeah, but he's got benched now twice in the past, month and some change. So it's just kind of weird. We'll stay monitoring that. Those Penn State off-ball linebackers, they seem to get themselves into some mischief.
So you started the show by saying injustice that's going to happen and losses matter more than wins, apparently, to the committee. Do you have inside information that the loss of a head coach is going to matter more than wins in their regular season? So is Ole Miss going to be dropped? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, here's the thing. I don't want to get into the Ole Miss debate / conversation. What I will say is it would be see, that's tough. I hate it for the kids and the team and the Ole Miss program because they don't deserve to be put in this position. The football calendar put them in this position. But who do you think is more poised to win college football playoff games today, though, Miami or Ole Miss, without Lane Kiffin?
Oh, so you are opening the Ole Miss door.
I'm not opening it. I'm not opening
joking.
I'm not opening it. I'm not opening it.
Who would
I'm
bet
desperate,
on a
CK.
neutral field game right now, Miami
desperate.
or Ole Miss? I probably would. I know you have the whole rah-rah rally around our coach leaving our team, but I would bet on Miami.
Yeah. I mean.
And that's not the point of this conversation because we don't have to talk about theoretical games and theoretical Vegas lines. We can just talk about what happened on the field in a different debate between the University of Miami and someone else who's trying to get an at-large bid.
Yeah, this is why I can't. I'm trying to go about this as objectively and as even keel as I can. And I'll put it out there. Obviously, I'm a Miami Hurricane fan. Have been as a young kid, as a young lad, even growing up in Houston. I was just absolutely enamored by the wave, the motion that the Hurricanes had. So it's been a thing that I've lived and died by for my entire life. And for most of my life, the Canes have been, at this time of the year, irrelevant. Right? 0 ACC championships, no playoff appearances, no national championships since 2002. You can count 2003. They stole it away from us, the whole Ohio State, Chris Gamble, pass interference. I'm not getting into it right now. I'll get emotional. But I'm trying to take that out of it. I'm trying to be as objective as I possibly can. And to me, if you are fielding a sport in which you are trying to curate a playoff system that eventually crowns a true national champion. The number one criteria in all of this should be the outcome of the football games. And here's the issue that I'm having right now with the 12-team playoff selection committee. They're using that. The validity behind that last statement I made is kind of true to the sentiments they're putting out there. The issue is they are valuing Notre Dame's losses more than they're valuing Miami's wins. So for anybody that doesn't have a clear, eye view of what I'm talking about here, the Canes and Notre Dame are both 10-2. They both actually played pretty similar schedules because though Notre Dame is not an ACC football team, CCAT, they might as well be. Half of their damn schedule is ACC teams. They played 4 similar opponents, and between Miami and Notre Dame, the Canes beat 3 of those 4 similar opponents by more than Notre Dame did. Most importantly, CCAT, you and I were there at Hard Rock Stadium on a Sunday night to open up the season when the entire nation had agreed. Vegas thought Notre Dame is the better football team. The inclination, if I ask the very people that go behind the closed doors and then come up with their projections and their rankings and then put it out there on Tuesday nights on ESPN, if I ask those same people that sit in that room who they think is the better football team, they would say, we think Notre Dame is better. We have decided collectively Notre Dame is the better football team. In fact, let's dial it back before this football game is played. Just live with me here. Ride with me here. Before the game was played on Get Up on ESPN, the same station we'll all be watching tonight to see where Miami and Notre Dame rank, Heather Dinich, who has been one of the mouthpieces for this on ESPN, talked about how important Notre Dame versus Miami would be, especially considering that both of these teams could be competing for at-large bids at the end of the season. She predicted it perfectly. Take a listen to exactly what Heather Dinich said before the Canes and the Fighting Irish played, and tell me if you think that the selection committee is holding up to what she said.
We get Notre Dame versus Miami in week 1, one of the great college football traditions and matchups. What impact could that game have on the college football playoff as a whole?
Huge. Remember the selection committee's tiebreakers include head-to-head results. And what happens in week 1 will resonate through selection day with this game. Why? Because both of these teams could be contending for one of those at-large bids. Notre Dame obviously can't win a conference title and earn a guaranteed spot as one of the 5 highest-ranked conference champions. Miami can if it wins the ACC, but if it doesn't, whoever wins this game is going to earn that early edge in the selection committee rankings.
All right, so CCAT, Miami won the game. Did they earn the edge?
No.
Okay.
Wait, ask again.
Miami won the football game 27-24. Carter knelt the kick in front of our very eyes to seal the deal. Michael Irvin still sweating from that outcome. Did they get the early edge against Notre Dame? Okay. So either we were lied to or something more nefarious is happening in the world of college football. But what I can say is this. I am not here to argue on behalf of Miami being ranked ahead of Notre Dame. The committee has already made up its mind. This reminds me of last year when we had the Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen debate for MVP. And I kept bringing up, hey, guys, Lamar has better stats, but the Ravens blew the Bills out in the regular season. Like the head-to-head win in his favor. You'd think that would matter for something. But I realized at a certain point, y'all already got y'all's mind made up. You are going to do what you want to do. That is your right as human beings. That's the right for the 12-team selection committee. Sure, that's why I guess you guys got elevated into that position, to make the tough decisions even when you are outright wrong. So Notre Dame is going to get in. And Notre Dame is going to be ranked higher than Miami tonight, and they will be again when the final rankings come out. I have submitted myself to reality. It is what it is. Trust me. I'm a brother living in this great United States. I know how it feels to be on the wrong side of some injustices, and that's what's going to happen tonight. Here's my question, though, CCAT. Why? Why do you think it is that they don't think that Miami is a better team than Notre Dame again, despite them two playing each other? Why do you think it is that they have decided to take the one thing that matters most in football games? I've heard this from the greatest minds of all time. Some dude named Lombardi. Some dude named Vince Lombardi. They've named some things after him. I don't know if you've heard of him. He used to say winning ain't the only thing. Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. So why is it that we've gotten so far away from the actual results of the games and the valuation of wins versus really competitive losses to where now we're making fools out of ourselves and trying to pretzel our way into believing that Notre Dame's a better football team? How do we get here?
Money.
Is that what it is?
A whole lot of money.
Like, is Notre Dame getting that much more attention, that much more views than Miami?
I think so.
Well, they should say that.
Enough to be a deciding factor. That has to be it right now.
They should say that.
If the wins and losses were different numbers, okay, I would give the benefit of the doubt that there is credible evidence to put Notre Dame over Miami. 2 losses is greater than 1, a.k.a. the 1-loss team probably should be in, even if their 1 loss was against the 2-loss team.
I would have been cool with that, too.
But when the records are the same and the schedules are the same if
schedules.
not more difficult for Miami, with the head-to-head win, Miami definitely should be. They either both got to be out or Miami's got to be in and Notre Dame's got to be out.
Look at what this is. Weston in the ESPN South Florida YouTube chat. Weston makes the point Miami had home field. Well, isn't that convenient, C-Cat? What have I always heard about Miami's home field advantage? Now all of a sudden it's Death Valley, huh? That was the difference for Notre Dame. They had to play in the Hard Rock Stadium. Oh, God forbid they had to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and play against that crowd. That is the most criticized and undermined crowd in all of college football. So now Miami has an incredible home field advantage over Notre Dame, and that's the reason why. It is, people are trying to use every excuse in the book. It's funny to me, though, because honestly, it's not Weston's fault. Weston is just parroting some of the same idiotic things that the 12-team playoff selection committee is saying, that people via Twitter are saying, that Joey Galloway are saying. It's clear that you're biased and you want a certain team in over the other. My only question to you is why? Because if we're going to sit here and tell these two programs who are the committee already admitted to us, we are now comparing Miami to Notre Dame. Remember, 4 or 5 weeks ago, their excuse was, they're not comparative anymore. We no longer can compare these two teams.
It's like last year saying, Northern Illinois has the head-to-head win over Notre Dame, so Northern Illinois should be in the playoffs, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Well, not quite. Those teams are very separated when it comes to the power ranking of things. That's not the case this time.
It's not the case. It just simply isn't the case. Like, Miami is a better football team than Notre Dame. How do I know? Well, I watched them play each other, and Miami won the football game. And it could have, sadly, I do wonder if the difference, people look at that score, 27, and they're like, they won by 3. It was at home. Then maybe that's a toss-up. Miami controlled that game from the kick to the end. Notre Dame just happened to come back late in that game because of a couple of offensive errors and a breakdown in the secondary. One miscommunication turned into a huge play. Notre Dame got back into it. No need to relitigate the game because clearly it didn't matter. And Notre Dame, if they had, if we were talking about like an Alabama team or a Georgia team that Miami beat week 1, and then they went through this treacherous, God forbid, you got to go play in against Tennessee in Neyland Stadium. And then you got to go play at Georgia. I'm like, okay, I get it.
I do value great wins. If Notre Dame did beat these top 10 teams, okay, I'll listen to you. Even with a head-to-head loss, which we agree should be the end-all, be-all when it comes to 2 comparable teams in a tiebreaker, I would listen to you. But Notre Dame's biggest win is not comparable.
They beat USC. They beat you. You know what, Notre Dame? Congratulations on your win over USC. That was it. That's all the committee needed to see to rank you over Miami. And what does Miami have to show? I guess just a win over the Fighting Irish. Maybe Notre Dame's not good enough for Miami's win over them to matter as much. Maybe, just maybe, if the Canes had lost to Notre Dame, then they can flaunt their, competitive losses. Oh, no, we don't have 2 bad losses. We got a loss against Notre Dame. It's a top 10 team. I'm actually floored by this because it just doesn't make sense. But here's what I will say. Sure, it's going to be an injustice. It's not going to be right. It's going to look terrible. We're going to look back on it 10 years from now and say, how in the hell did we get here? But look, it just makes me care less about the sport of college football. You are making me care less about the results of the games. You are making me care less about the product that your playoff is providing. You are making me care less because you're rendering the results useless. And I just don't understand what it could be for. CCAT, you think it's because there could be more eyes on Notre Dame?
I think there's another reason why. I think it's the stupid preseason AP poll. Yes, the AP poll has absolutely nothing to do when formulating the college football playoff rankings, except for one thing, and that is perception. Because there's a little number next to the team name on the scorebug when those games are played before we do have the college football playoff rankings, indicating how these teams are perceived by the national media. Quite literally, the national media. If Notre Dame did not start the season as the preseason number 6 team in the nation, they start 0-2, their chances at a playoff run are 0.
They did nothing to prove that they're a playoff team this year.
Because Notre Dame was in the national championship game last year, that had them start on the inside track.
Yeah.
That gave them a lot of room for error.
You know what? I just want, please, if you think Notre Dame should be ranked ahead of Miami, tell me what Notre Dame did this season to belong in the college football playoffs. Tell me what they did. Was it that they lost to playoff teams? Because that's all. That's what I've been hearing. 888-760-3776. I'm sick of this crap.
You let Notre Dame in, be careful. They're going to lose to those teams close.
They're going to give you a nail biter, that Notre Dame team.
But you let Miami in, they'll beat teams like Notre Dame.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're trying to preserve other teams from losing to Miami. I get it. This is sick. This is actually sick. This is actually like, people aren't going to make a big enough stink over it because it's South Florida sports and stuff starts to kind of get covered up. People stop caring. The weather's nice down here. We're going to still enjoy ourselves. Hell, we'll have the national championship in the area.
I feel like I'm a war journalist. I'm there in the battlefield with the press on my chest. And I'm like, should I get these photos out there? This is kind of gnarly stuff. You know what the public deserves to know?
Yes.
The public deserves to know the atrocities going right now in college football, and none of them right now have to do with Lane Kiffin.
Cat, we witnessed it. Yeah. We witnessed it, though. We witnessed history. 20 years from now, we'll be telling our grandkids, or I guess more than 20 years. 50 years from now, we'll be telling our grandkids, we were there when the greatest injustice to college football happened. We were at the game. We witnessed it with our own eyes.
It's the Montreal Screwjob. This is WWF. Like, wait a second. You can't do that. Someone just hopped the barricade and gave a stunner, and that guy won the belt.
And for some reason, everybody's just okay with it. And there's people actually fighting on behalf of Notre Dame as if they need some help. It's crazy. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. I just want to know one thing. Why? Why should Notre Dame be ranked ahead of Miami? Why are we literally forcing a square peg into a round hole? They have done nothing, zero things this year to earn a playoff spot. Why? 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. Welcome to being treated like a pro. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. So we want you to gather yourself back together. Get back to the life and the activities that you love more than anything else. Pickleball, padel, maybe you're hooping. If you are hooping, man, you got to watch them knees. Watch them knees. Getting up there. And the best place to go if you have issues is baptisthealth.net/ortho. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. Tap in on the Baptist Health Hotline. On the other side, we'll bring in Cameron Wolf. We are going to be howling with the Wolf. Cameron Wolf of NFL Network. Talk a little ball. Talk about the recap from last night's game on Monday Night Football. And we're going to give some superlatives to the 2024 quarterback draft class. That is CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. College football is ridiculous if they do what I think they're going to do tonight. And we're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The Unlimited Auto Wash Clubs with 6 locations, perfect for an occasional wash, or enjoy unlimited inside and out washes starting at just $49.95 a month. UnlimitedAutoWashClub.com. Call 561-WASH-ME-TOO.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Every family has dreams, a vacation, a new car, or a rainy day fund. With a Boost savings account from Flagler Credit Union, your dreams can become reality. Earn up to 3.0 annual percentage yield with no minimum balance, no monthly fees, and easy access to your funds. Whether you're saving for life's big moments or everyday expenses, a Boost savings account helps you reach your goals faster. Open a Boost savings account today and start boosting your future at Flagler Credit Union. Boost checking is required. Other qualifications apply. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Don't try to move on your own. I beg you. As somebody who's been there before.
You simply can't move good on your own.
It's not going to work. It's absolutely not going to work out. And that's why I continue to tell you all, you good people that tap in with us here on Theoretically Speaking, that you're safe with SafeBound. SafeBound Moving and Storage, safeboundmoving.com. Tap in with the good people. If you do need to pick up your stuff and go, maybe you're thinking about moving to Florida. Maybe you're moving within the state. Maybe you're moving out of the Sunshine State, which I don't know why you would. It's literally, we're living in paradise. All you got to do is go to safeboundmoving.com, schedule your consultation, and get on the go with the pros because they handle things the right way. They're based in West Palm Beach, family owned and operated. And they're professionals. They're not going to screw things up like you might. You might lose your whole security deposit, putting nicks on doors, banging up walls, trying to move beds and sofas out of rooms. I know you play Tetris. You ain't that good. Safebound Moving and Storage. Safeboundmoving.com. The good people, they saved me from having to move my little sister from South Florida to the state of Georgia. They saved me from that, CCAT, because she went to safeboundmoving.com and got locked in. I am grateful to them and her for going with the pros. You should as well. Safeboundmoving.com. I do know one person I would have called on to help me if she did solicit my help, and that would have been my guy Cameron Wolf, NFL Network reporter, who joins us now here as we are howling with the Wolf. And Cam, would you have helped me out? Would you have pitched in a hand there if I did have to move a little, sis?
Yeah, if you got some beers, you got some pieces, I would have made it work for that. Just for you though. I usually decline the moving, but because you're my boy and I feel bad for you because every time we're together, you're in the bunker somewhere, I would have helped you out for there.
That's totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Not, you know what, Cam? I ain't been in the bunker for about a year because I ain't been on the golf course. So
that part, right?
Man, how did you enjoy your Monday Night Football? Drake May doing Drake May things. Patriots over the Giants 33-15, but also on the other side, Jackson Dart. One thing that really hurt my heart, I can tell, and he showed it visibly, just how sad and depressed he was that they did not go for it on that 4th and short before the end of the first half. And I'm like, damn, this dude, he just can't wait to get to next season.
Yeah, man. I'll start with the Patriots. They look legit, man. And I get it. Schedule's been bad. It seems like first year they're contending. Everybody's a little skeptical of when they play good teams. Are they going to be truly it? They're the 1 seed in the AFC. Drake May's got to be, if not the favorite, one of the favorites for the MVP. And they're a complete team. They play defense. They throw the ball. I just don't see how you can doubt the Patriots at this point about being a contender. Now, are they going to win it all? Maybe not this year, but I've been extremely impressed by that Patriots team and Mike Vrabel turning them around.
Yeah.
As far as the Jackson Dart and the Giants, man, that's a bad team, man. That's a bad team. And for Dart, I could certainly understand the frustration, but my biggest worry watching that game is this man going to last another 5 years? Every time I look up, this dude plays like he's a linebacker, wants to tiptoe on the sidelines, and we just come off a concussion and you want to get smacked there. It's one of those things where, early on after Tua got hurt, I used to cringe every time he ran the ball. And like you yell, "Get down." I'm not a Giants fan, but I yell, "Get down" anytime I see Dart in the open field. Just get down.
Yeah.
Get down. And so that's probably my biggest Giants takeaway from last night.
I think it's honestly, it's starting to border on strange just how reckless he continues to play, because it's almost like he doesn't see the long game. Like he even is defending the recklessness in which he plays with. And it's like, hey, we get it. You can make some extremely athletic and amazing plays, but we want you to be making them for the next 10 years, not for the next 3. Like, how do you not – who is it on at this point? The coaching – you already fired Dayball. Who is it on at this point to get him to understand the bigger picture?
It's on him. It's on Jackson Dart. Because the reality is the coach is gone. The GM can tell you whatever you want. The coach can tell you whatever you want. When you're on the field, it's just you. You got to make that choice. I remember having these conversations with Josh Allen a couple years ago, and he used to always talk about the good angel versus the bad angel on his shoulder. The good angel says, "Hey, throw the ball away, slide, make smart decisions." The bad angel is like, "I'm gonna run this dude over." And too often you get in, and these are football players. These guys want to prove that they're not just quarterbacks, that they're football players. And I think every time I watch Jackson Dart, it seems like he's trying to show somebody. I don't know if it's himself, his teammates, his coaches, that he's tough, that he's got the nastiness of a linebacker. And I'm just worried. Yeah. We've seen a lot of these quarterbacks' careers in early RG3, Andrew Luck, a lot of these guys just taking hits after hits. And I don't want Jackson Dart to be the same, but he's got to make that decision for himself. No, it's not a Madden. I can't push the triangle button or whatever to make you slide.
You ain't been playing Madden in a while. You're pressing triangle to slide. You're doing what Jackson Dart does.
Yes, I'm showing that clearly, right? I don't know.
That would be
I don't play video games anymore, but whatever the slide button is, you can't push that. So it's got to be on Jackson Dart. I even saw his teammates talking throughout the week that they yell. They yell to him during the game, "Get down, get down." You got your whole team on the sideline yelling, "Get down," and you still don't want to do it. I worry that he's going to have to learn a lesson the hard way.
Yeah, and you would have thought that having to sit out games already in your rookie campaign would have been learning that lesson, but we'll see if it gets through his skull over the next the back end of this year and then next year as well. He'll have a full off season. Hopefully they get him with the right coaches to work on that stuff. Do you want to play a little 2024 quarterback superlatives, Cam? I told you about this early.
Okay.
We want you for the 6 quarterbacks drafted in a draft in which I did say this is going to be the best quarterback draft class in the history of the NFL. I said that before their rookie seasons. Let's hope that I'm right.
It's on pace. It's on pace, looking really good. I mean, what was it, 83, where you had Elway and Marino and all those other guys? That's probably the one that's
number 1
on the docket for that. And then 2020 with Burrow, with Love, with Tua, yes, that's probably the other one. So yeah, and this one that's got to be in the conversation with those two. So yeah, I mean, they're having a heck of a run.
All right, we're gonna do it. 2024 quarterback superlatives. The way we'll do it is Cam Wolf, as we howl with the wolf from NFL Network. I will give you the quarterback, and you give me the superlative that fits. Well, this is what will go in their yearbook here as we're midway through their sophomore campaigns. And let's start with the number 1 overall pick of that draft, Chicago Bears quarterback of the number 1 seed in the NFC, Caleb Williams.
So Caleb has had an incredible year too. I'm going to say most likely to be the superstar of this class. And what I say by that, I'm not only speaking on the field, I'm speaking off the field. This is the celebrity in him. I could already see in that market the buzz of his fashion, the buzz of him playing well. Maybe he ends up dating a supermodel. You know, I think he ends up being the guy that we look at and saying the face of the class, even if he isn't the best one of the class.
And they'll probably got the same nail lady. You get matching nails.
Yeah.
That's a win-win.
That's that part. He might have his own design nail company, you know, might get shoes, fast. That's his lane for him.
2-for-1 special at the nail shop.
Yep.
I like to get a little petty with the wife. How about Jaden Daniels, number 2 overall for the Washington Commanders? Hopefully we see him again this year. What's your superlative for the LSU Heisman winner?
I think that we're going to call him the best regular season player of this list. I think when we talked about Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, that was always the moniker to separate them, right? Tom Brady, best playoff contributor. Jaden Daniels, the best regular season guy. I think he's going to end up putting incredible stats. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins an MVP, maybe 2 MVPs. But as of now, with the health concerns, with the questions of the roster and direction of the franchise, I just don't know if he can get over the top. So I think he's going to be the best statistical year in, year out player of this group.
I like that. I like that one for him. And you know what? If you're a Washington Commanders fan, that'll do.
Yep. Would you be happy 8 years from now if he's Lamar Jackson? He's got a couple MVPs, but no Super Bowl appearances.
Yeah, he'll take it.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
The third quarterback selected in 2024, you speak of MVPs. He has the shortest odds to win them this year in his sophomore campaign. The leader of the 11-2 New England Patriots, Drake May.
Yeah, most likely to win MVP and Super Bowl title. I think that he may win the MVP this year. He's built for that style of play. He throws the deep ball. He has a high completion percentage. He's on a team with a defensive-minded head coach. So, you know, they're always going to be in games. And right now, they're the best team of all of these teams with these young quarterbacks. So most likely to be MVP and Super Bowl champion.
Now is where it gets tough because the top 3, we can agree these are franchise quarterbacks for their teams.
Yep.
The next 3, there are some question marks around them. We'll start with the number 8 overall pick to the Atlanta Falcons, the surprise pick of the 2024 draft, Michael Penix Jr.
Yeah, the most likely what if. I hate to say it because I want him to do well, and I don't root this for anyone, but we always have those guys in different sports. Your Derrick Roses, your Brandon Roys, your Greg Odens. The what if they were better health? What if they didn't get hurt? What if they were in a different situation? And now that we have Michael Penix getting his 3rd knee surgery in the last 5 years, I wonder if he never gets to realize that potential. And Falcons fans are wondering, what if?
He's also not young, right? He's 25 or 26 years
26,
old. At this point.
26 years old. The clock is running out, and he's not getting healthier. And as you get older, those knee surgeries start to become more and more limitations on you. And so I think he'll come back next year. He'll play, but I do wonder how much this starts to build upon you, and we wonder what if.
It reminds me of the what if around Tua's hip injury coming out of college, which people don't think about as much, but how much of a different athlete would he be at escaping some of those sacks if that wasn't an issue? The number 10 pick, a surprise to me, and he's probably looked the worst so far in the pros, J.J. McCarthy with the Minnesota Vikings, his quarterback superlative.
Yeah, most likely to be Patrick Mahomes' backup. I'm sorry, JJ. I think that JJ 9, as he calls himself when he's on the field, I just don't see it. I don't see it yet. And look, this is coming from somebody who was the champion of the Anthony Richardson fan club.
I remember.
At some point this year, I had to realize that this is probably not going to happen. And I'll probably waited too long. And I don't want Minnesota fans to do the same thing I did. I'm telling you now that I think that we don't need any more games. I think that this is probably going to be a situation where Minnesota has to look for other options as early as this offseason. And eventually we'll see JJ try to rehabilitate his career on a good team. And so whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, he ends up backing up one of these dudes and maybe eventually getting another starting chance elsewhere. I just don't see it happening in Minnesota.
And what about Bo Nix, man? Drew Brees 2.0, according to Sean Payton, ahead of the draft. They took him number 12, and the Broncos are winning their number 1 seed in the AFC. Well, what do you think about Bo Nix, his quarterback superlative?
Yeah, Bo Nix, I think that's a tough one. I think he is probably the fairest thing to say for him. The most average guy of this quarterback class, maybe the forgotten man. When we talk about this class, I don't think he'll be the bust. He won't be the J.J. McCarthy where we talk about, hey, they failed this, but he won't be the Drake May, the guy that we talk about that won the MVP, or the Jaden Daniels who might put up all the stats, or the Caleb Williams who's a starter. He may be the forgotten guy. I see him being a very solid to average quarterback for the next 8 to 10 years for the Broncos. He may never make a Pro Bowl. They may never win a Super Bowl, but he'll be their starter, and they'll feel good enough with him to keep going on.
Be good. He'll be good. You know what? Sometimes that's good enough. Cam Wolf with the quarterback superlatives. Thanks for tapping in. A little howling with the Wolf. You can find him on Twitter and Instagram at Cameron Wolf. You can see him on NFL Network, and we'll tap. You know what? I'm gonna pick up the sticks before the end of the year. Get some practice in, and I'm gonna have you eating them words about them bunkers going forward. Dog.
We'll see. We'll see. A lot of hope, just like the Canes tonight. I think they get in.
Dog, save my Canes. Appreciate you, Cam. That is Cameron Wolf with NFL Network, and yes, I discussed with him before I need my Miami Hurricanes in the playoff. I understand though that the committee has already made up its mind. That is always a good time. C-Cat, I'm not going to be able – you know what? I'm not going to be the guy. I remember how Florida State fans a couple of years ago, they were like, I'm boycotting watching the playoffs. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to watch. I'm going to try to enjoy college football. But
it's going to be a good product.
It is.
Like, they fixed the seeding, so you're not going to have all blowouts in the first round, 3 out of the 4 games like we saw last year. So it'll be definitely worth the couch time, no doubt about that. But it'll be dirty.
The system is definitively ineffective. If you have two teams with identical resumes, one of them beat the other one on the football field, and you rank the other ahead. It just is like you have a bad system. Sure, you could make your decision, and it's cute. Oh, you could do your whole pageantry. You could do your show. You can reveal the rankings. I'm just telling you that you're wrong. I'm just telling you that whatever your formula is off. You're adding 2 and 2, and you're getting 5, and I'm not understanding how you got there. I need you to show your work. And if your work is, do you see how pretty their losses are? I mean, when you look at the games that they lost, do you see how strong those teams were? I'm like, oh, were those teams really good that they lost to? Tell me who those teams were that you think are so good that Notre Dame's losses are better than Miami's wins. It was Texas A&M, and it was the other team that you're trying to keep out of the playoff. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Also, you
should be a bad loss then.
Yeah, A&M.
If Miami's not a college football playoff team, then that's a bad loss.
You know, you also will take a look at how things have changed since the BCS. And the BCS problem was computers can make mistakes, and they're not perfect in terms of evaluating the imperfect world of college football. But you know who can make mistakes is humans, because we have this very important phrase called human error that I am trying to eliminate from sports. I think if we can not have human error, it's a good thing. That's why on the baseball side of things, I want robot umpires. Error equals bad. Error equals controversy, which might drum up conversation, but it wrongs a lot of people in the process. Yeah. We have swung the pendulum in the completely wrong direction because it's on the extreme. We're not mixing computers, stats, and indisputable facts with human just intelligence. We are taking away the facts and only doing the human error and human intelligence, and mistakes are being made.
Because you're getting too cute at the end of the day. If you're like you should see the amount of digging, the amount of contortion it takes for people to fix their lips and say Notre Dame is a better football team than Miami. It's actually kind of incredible to me. It's impressive. I'm like, if you sound like politicians, you know, like at this point, the spin that I'm getting from people is starting to feel like you're maybe in the wrong profession.
And Theo, you gave the disclaimer at the top of the show that you have been a Miami fan. I'm not. Yeah. I truly and honestly kind of root for Florida. I'm not from the state of Florida. When I moved here several years ago, I said I'm going to pick one of the big 3 just to root for, and it was the Gators. So if anything, I might have preconceived bias to root against Miami because it's funny to point and laughed at. But it's too far in their direction that I can't, in good conscience, poke and prod and drum the controversy that way. And listen, it'd be better for the show if we were arguing for the last 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It'd be better for me to be devil's advocate and argue on Notre Dame's behalf. But I can't do that. And I've done that before. Maybe I'm just neutral on a situation. You are so far on one side. So, like, you know what? This is fun. I'm going to get some workout in and massage that argumentative muscle, and that might happen. This is not that case.
It's just not.
This is dumb.
It's actually like you're a loser. I think that you are a loser. You are a dweeb. You don't belong near a sporting field or event if you are trying to contort yourself to say that Notre Dame is better. And I say that because you're a loser because you're valuing losses.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with you personally. It has everything to do with your values. And your values are all like, this is the sport of American football. Like we are you have gone so far astray from the very goal, the objective that we all said that we set out to do, that it's actually embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed for those who truly are fighting for, are pushing for Notre Dame to be ranked ahead of Miami, because I'm like, that's why I said earlier, just if it's biased, if it feels like, if you're like, oh, Notre Dame will get us higher TV ratings. Notre Dame is a more fun product to watch, which I would argue Malachi Toney is one of the more electric, exciting players in the nation, but it's neither here nor there because that shouldn't matter. Whatever it is as to why you actually want Notre Dame in over Miami, I want you to just be honest with me, because if you don't, I'm going to think you're an idiot. Like, that's kind of where I'm at this point. I'm like, okay, are you an imbecile or are you just biased? It's one of the two. Just own up to it.
And if you call in 888-760-3776, Theo won't be that mean.
I won't be that mean. No, I won't be that mean. But I would ask you to at least give me the reasoning behind it. because it doesn't make sense. Like, again, back to the Jordan Travis, Florida State, Alabama debacle. Alabama was a one-loss SEC champion who definitively did play a tougher schedule, and they also were at full strength. Florida State was an undefeated ACC champion, a conference that is regarded as less competitive as the SEC, despite what we saw this year where a lot of ACC teams beat the SEC teams, but that's neither here nor there. And also a team that literally looked worse when we saw Jordan Travis on the bench. Was it wrong? Possibly. Is it a gray area? Undoubtedly. It was only 4 spots as well, so it gets a lot more convoluted and tough to figure out. That, to me, though, at least there are real data points. There are real commonalities. There's real things you can tell me. Like, Alabama was a better football team than Florida State, definitively.
And the 4 versus 12 conversations matter because there will never be a year where 12 teams can win the national championship. No. But there will be years where 12 teams deserve a chance to prove that they might have a chance at it.
Yeah.
And 4 teams, you need 4 teams that can win a national championship. And there's been years in college football where the answer is there's only 3. Yeah. Look at Cincinnati, or even 2. Like, that'll happen as well.
It'll happen, and and sometimes those things do happen. In this 12-team playoff format, for this to happen and for it to be so, like, vividly wrong, for it to be so, like, transparently wrong, like, anybody with an actual brain can look at that and say, oh, like, yeah, this team over this team. If you just strip the brand, strip the logos, and you just looked at the actual resumes and how things played out, you would say, oh, yeah, this is the better team. I just don't get it.
Theo,
I just don't get it.
You at ACC kickoff spoke with a member of the committee.
I did, yeah.
And if this happens again next year, we might have him for the full 2-hour show.
Yeah.
We might handcuff him to the chair and say, no, you're not leaving.
Yeah, we're going to settle.
Finish with you.
we gonna settle this out right now.
And if you were on our side, you should have fought harder.
Yeah.
You had a chance to change things. We actually don't have that chance apart from talking into these microphones and making it sound how angry we are about it. You are in that room.
I'm like angry. I'm also deflated. I'm also confused. And that's why I just wish they would come out and say it. Yes, we just want Notre Dame. Like, maybe they're getting paid. Maybe Notre Dame's paying them behind closed doors. Hey, I would tell you right now, hey, if they're paying it, if they're paying for it, and I know they got some deep pockets out there, South Bend, go ahead, put them in.
Richard Clark, we're talking to you.
Yeah, Rich Clark,
months. That's
executive director. That's my guy. I got a lot of love for my guy. Me and him have a lot of commonalities on how we view the team should be selected until what I've seen happen this year. And I bet you it wasn't Rich that was in there making these incorrect decisions. It had to be the other knuckleheads like Buddy that keeps on popping up on ESPN. We'll find out the rankings tonight on ESPN. We also are getting closer and closer to finding out who the real contenders and pretenders are in the NFL. The Patriots, they look real. They look solid. The Bears, they're the top seed in the NFC. Chiefs and Ravens, they're on the outside looking in. The Bills are I gotta see it for the Bills. I gotta see them beat the Pats. Now the Pats are the team to beat. I want to see what the line is on that Bills-Patriots game, by the way. That's going to be interesting. Patriots obviously bye week this week, and then they come back and play the Bills. Advantage New England. Curious to see what that line is going to be. But I will say, man, I'm not curious as to whether or not my house has the tools it needs to be cool. Not curious at all, because I have the comfortability of knowing. And that's because we're backed by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDSisyes.com. That is the website. That is the place to tap into if you need any help with plumbing or air conditioning. EDSisyes.com. EDS is now offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. Only one way to find out if you are. Just go online and figure it out yourself, man. I can lead the horse to the water, but you got to drink. You got to drink. And comfortability's got to be your priority here in South Florida, because I know it's cooler now. I know that the weather is more forgiving, but when that sun starts poking back out and when it starts heating back up, you don't want to have questions in the back of your head as to whether or not your air is flowing properly in your home. If your water is not flowing properly in your home, you know where to go. You can get same-day hot water heater replacement. You can get your whole AC revamped, and you become a gold plan member, which gets you 2 check-ins every year, preventative care and repair. All you got to do is go to EDSisyes.com. Next year will be the 20-year anniversary of EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, servicing this area. They've been doing it well at a high level for a long time. Tap in with the good people. EDSisyes.com. EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Everyday savings. We got to get Tina in here, huh?
Uh-huh.
Let's get Tina in the house. We're going to do an early happy hour, and that's because we've got some money to give away to the Gardens Mall. A $50 gift card going to be on the line. So make sure you stick around. And before you actually answer, I'm going to have to ask you who you think is better in Miami or Notre Dame. That's going to judge whether or not we actually let you on the phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do that. Contest rules. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. Tina's pulling up. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with George Teixeira, partner and practice leader of Anshin's Financial Services Group.
When launching a private investment fund, proper structuring could mean the difference between high tax bills and smart tax savings. The new One Big Beautiful Bill Act permanently extends the 20% deduction on qualified business income, makes favorable changes to exclusions of gains of qualified small business stock, and brings back full expensing on capital investments. For fund managers, this means new opportunities to reduce taxable income and improve cash flow. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we specialize in building tax-efficient structures that help funds and their investors make the right decisions today for greater success tomorrow. If you are launching a fund in this new environment, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Hi. This is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
You know, right now, every metric imaginable, we're a top 10 team, and in some instances, 7, 6, 5, 4. So we have done what we are supposed to do. And on top of that, you know, at the end, when it comes down to things that are being compared, you always wish that you had a head-to-head to evaluate. And in this case, we do, which we certainly feel strongly about. And hopefully that's something that's viewed very strongly and very carefully, very meticulously as decisions are made.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
That was head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, Mario Cristobal, who we expect to hear from tomorrow for National Signing Day, talking about why the Canes should definitively be in the 12-team playoff selection, in the 12-team playoff this year. And the back end of that kind of started sounding like a threat. I'm not sure if y'all picked up on that, but he started using the kind of words. He started sounding kind of coercive.
I am begging to the higher power that we get Cristobal tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be great. That'll be great. I expect we'll get him.
Great. He signed. Yeah, we know the kid. Great kid. Yeah. All right, let's talk about last night's rankings.
Yeah. I expect we'll get Cristobal, and I mean, we're going to talk some National Signing Day, but we got to talk about what's happening right now with Miami.
We got to talk about it, and you've got to watch it and listen to it. You do not want to miss that.
Yeah. Be tapped in tomorrow. A lot of National Signing Day coverage here on ESPN 106.3, starting at 10 a.m. with Colin Russo from Russo and Rizzo with at 4 o'clock here on ESPN 106.3 and going all the way through the shows. We'll be talking about all the top signings throughout the area. A lot of D1 talent, a lot of D2 talent, a lot of NAIA talent coming out of this area. We'll be announcing all of it throughout the day, so make sure you're tapped in. Tina's in the house. What's happening, Tina?
A little early today.
This is early. This is early for you.
Before the happy hour. I'm early to the happy hour.
Yeah, you kind of strong-armed your way on the air.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What the heck is that about?
Like, just so you guys know, I'm going to be here now today.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
She barged in the door like the Kool-Aid man.
Sounds good. All right.
That's what's up, Tina. Oh, you know what? How about this? If you're going to come in just like unannounced, can we at least get a cocktail of the day?
Yes. And this cocktail, I'm gonna make it, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe I find a spot that can make it for me.
Oh no, you should do it. Get personal, get your hands dirty.
It's not that complicated.
Yeah.
It's definitely a dessert cocktail. It is called the Dirty Snowman.
Oh.
The Dirty Snowman.
A lot of snowmen are dirty.
That's Theo's nickname.
Yeah. Was.
You've got
What?
Melted chocolate, which is for the rim.
Shut up.
Chocolate shavings, a pint of vanilla ice cream, hot chocolate, and Bailey's. And then whipped cream on top. It's dessert. It's like a milkshake.
Right. It's definitely, that's very.
Once you add the cream, Theo taps out every single time. You hate cream in your drinks.
I do. Yeah. It's just not, it's not a good mix for me.
You don't like Bailey's?
It's not just.
You don't put Bailey's in your espresso martinis?
I do. I'm just saying, like, espresso martinis, I give a pass to because they're more coffee-esque than creamy, but I don't like creamy drinks. I don't like dairy with my alcohol, if you will.
I don't blame you.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've asked this question 3 times when this is brought up. Coquito, yay, nay?
Nah. Actually, I've never had it, but I wouldn't want to.
No, you should try it.
It's really good.
It's good.
Is it super, like, creamy?
It doesn't taste like alcohol. So, like...
It tastes like a cream drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
I don't like that.
seasonal. It's delicious.
Coquito, is this, what is this derived from?
I think it's Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, okay.
Pretty sure it's Puerto Rico.
They do good. Puerto Rico does good with food. Haven't had a Puerto Rican cocktail before.
They do better with Coquito than they do with food.
Yeah?
I think so.
All right. We'll take your word for it. The cocktail of the day is brought to you by F45, where you can burn off those calories.
Yes, if I want to have this dirty snowman for dessert, I can have that and then wake up in the morning, go to my 5:15 F45 class, and burn off all those calories. 45-minute workout. It is amazing. You walk in, you don't have to think about it. The exercises are there on the screen in front of you. There's a timer going off. There is coaches there to help you modify if you need it. 45-minute, you're in, you're out. You break a sweat. You stick with it. You will see the results. You can pick the days you want to go. I say go to all of them. Try them all out. But if you want to just do a strength day, you can do that. A cardio day, you could do that. Hybrid, a little bit of both. You can do that. Mix it all together throughout the week. F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Go see why I'm obsessed with it. Or go to F45training.com to find a location near you.
Let's do it. Brandon on ESPN South Florida says, can I bring y'all my mom-in-law's Puerto Rican coquito at the studio sometime this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Definitively yes.
Please do.
Come on, man.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let's hook it up. You know how to get in touch. Slide in a DM. Slide in a DM or two. You know what, though? I'm doing dry December.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Wait, dry December?
Did you have a drink last night at dinner?
No, I didn't.
Wait, so you're not going to drink during the holidays?
No. Not.
What? Are you doing this to not do dry January? Because that's a very
No, I'm going to do dry January, too. I want to do consecutive months. I want to go back-to-back on them. I'm going to go back-to-back, and then February is my anniversary, so I'll be able to toast. It's just a little thing I'm doing.
You tried this last year, and you didn't get through the whole month.
That was a different month. That was February. That was February, I believe.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't January. It was February.
All right.
Or was it April? It was like a weird month.
Yeah. It was like a random.
It was a random
I'm doing
month.
dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? It was July. What it was I started.
July, yeah.
Did you do with some family members?
I started hard 75 hard is what it was.
Yeah.
And I started in like one of those summer months, and it didn't work out.
One of these days, I will have the same mindset of Theo where I need to better myself. And you, Tina, you obviously better yourself every morning when you go to the gym, watch your diet. Man, I've never thought about those things.
What?
It's really embarrassing.
That's you know what? That's kind of it's not embarrassing. It's kind of good because you're still making out well without it, right? Like it's not like you look like you're letting yourself go and not trying.
Yeah, I wear flowy clothes, man. It's a car crash down there. We're like around here. I don't know. Down there was.
But if it was more dire and more apparent, I think that you would probably be more on it. If it was, you don't know. I guess you would never.
Once
know.
I get dressed, it's like okay, I'll forget about the issues until tomorrow morning when I get back in the shower.
Why don't you just get one of those little, what do you call the boards that you stand on?
My shake plate?
Shake plate. Get a shake plate.
I love that thing.
It'll jiggle your legs up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to bring it to the office one day. I keep saying I will. We park so far that I just don't want to carry it all the way.
Tough. Is it heavy?
No, it's not that heavy. It's just like awkward.
What is the thing that it does? It's supposed to help with drainage in your legs or something?
So there's different levels of shaking. So I do the lowest level because it's for lymphatic drainage.
Lymphatic drainage.
But there is settings on there where it goes as fast as if you're running.
Wow.
Or jogging.
So it simulates running.
Yes, in a way. And so I have tried like the highest like speed. My face is shaking. It's intense.
Yeah.
And you only do it for 10 minutes. It's just 10 minutes a day.
Quick workout.
And maybe I am thinking that it's working and that things are changing, but I do feel like I've only changed 2 things in the past like 3-ish, 4-ish months outside of like my normal. And it's what I'm eating. I'm really disciplined on what I eat for lunch and dinner and breakfast and this shake plate. I use my little shake plate for 10 minutes a day, sometimes twice a day.
And you're seeing results?
I think so. Maybe it's in my mind. Maybe I'm just thinking
What's with that trend of people walking inside? Have you seen that? Those walking boards?
Oh, you're talking about walking on a treadmill?
The treads?
Yeah. It's
Indoor
like a
treadmill.
slimmed down treadmill that is a lot quieter. And
Yeah, Ashley
instead of-
has one. My wife has one.
So, like,
So you
what
get
did
your
she get
steps
out of
in,
that?
because you should,
So
you
it's
should
like
get
you're
10K
walking.
steps in a day.
Yeah.
You should get like 10,000 steps in a day. That's that they say you should get, and it's good for you.
To walk from home when you're working from home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I would just scroll my phone the whole time.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I actually wish I could bring one of those into the office. I just feel like I would be walking all day, which I would love.
That'd be
But I think
obnoxious,
it would be obnoxious.
It is obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
at your desk.
Yeah.
What's funny is my wife was on a meeting one time. And she's going to hate that I'm telling this story.
Please.
She was on a meeting, and you know how sometimes there's different levels of work meetings. There's work meetings where it's like mostly co-workers, we're all on the same level.
Yeah.
And then there's those meetings with the higher ups.
Serious ones.
Where you're supposed to be more locked in, more serious.
You
You're more
plan your
buttoned
week
up.
around it, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she had gotten invited to this work meeting, and she thought it was one of those peer-to-peer type work meetings. Surprise, surprise. As she turns her camera on, everybody starts saying their pleasantries and asking how the day's going. She's seeing like executive level people on the call.
Yeah.
Suits.
The suits are on the call. Here's the issue. She's already mid-stroll. So imagine a very serious meeting, and she's walking on camera. You can't turn your camera off now. We're already doing the how you doings and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's already feeling like self-conscious about this. She's like, dang it. If I'd have known that the big wigs would be on this call, wouldn't be doing the walking treadmill thing here from the desk. This is awkward.
That's a CEO move, though.
Yeah, for the CEO to be doing it.
Right, yeah. Maybe you kind of dress for the job you want. You meet, like, I don't know.
No, but here's the issue. What's the worst case scenario? Like you're in the back of your mind when you're like, damn it, this is awkward. What's the worst that can happen though right now?
They call you out.
Not even 2 minutes into the meeting, one of the bosses was like, in the middle of them speaking, they were like talking about something. Wait a second. Ashley, are you walking?
Why does it matter though?
It shouldn't
It
matter.
shouldn't matter at
Also,
all.
I'm heavily critical of that person, whoever the hell that was, for calling it out. Because damn it,
Yeah.
You got to side-eye that situation and talk about it behind their back. I
Yeah.
feel like that's the course of
That's
action.
what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to talk about her behind her back. That is protocol. But the woman stopped the meeting mid-sentence and said, Ashley, are you walking right now?
And how did your wife answer?
She was embarrassed. She was like, oh yeah, hold on a second. I'll get off at my walking treadmill. And she turned her camera off and got off the treadmill. And
yeah, you got to fold at that moment.
It's kind of was over. Yeah, it was over at that point. But no, Brandon in the YouTube chat said worst thing that could happen is she trips and falls. I don't know what's worse, tripping and falling in the middle of the meeting or your boss calling you out moments into the meeting for walking on the treadmill.
I was recently on a meeting that I was taking from home, and my camera was on when I started, and I couldn't turn it off. And my roommate's dog literally is staring at me and just starts peeing on the floor.
Oh, no.
I was trying to keep it together. So I was like, you're kidding me right now. And I'm like, lips are closed. I'm like smiling of like, you're joking. I'm like, I can't even like turn my mic off and say stop or like, because then they're gonna be like, what is she doing? Her mic's off. And I couldn't keep it together. So then when it was my turn, it was funny. We were introducing ourselves and there was like probably 8 of us on the call. When it got to me, I eventually said, I was like, I'm so sorry. And I was just like, my dog just stared at me and just started peeing on the floor right now.
Oh my.
And they all laughed, whatever. But I couldn't, I'm like, I'm going back and forth. I'm like, do I turn my camera off? Do I go let him outside? I have to keep my camera on though? I didn't know what to do. But he was just staring at me dead in the eyes and just started peeing in the house.
That's the man of the house. I mean,
He's
that
like,
was a
"You're
boss move
kidding."
by him.
I know. He's like, you're on a meeting.
That
You
was a
can't do anything.
That was a clear, he knew what the hell was going on. That was
Yeah.
a clear boss. For him to stare you down with it too.
I know.
Isn't that how dogs mark their territory?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just you gotta show him who's boss now.
Yeah.
Isn't one of the things you're supposed to do is you sit at the dinner table and you eat first and then feed him second? That teaches them who's the boss.
Yeah, they talk about that.
Yeah.
You got to do one of those moves now. Or you should stare him down and
You crack the door open.
Take that.
Exactly. You thought you had this battle won. Huh?
No, we could do this all day. But
during the meeting too. Let them know, by the way, that I do run this house.
Yeah, this is my house right here. Got to reclaim your house. Okay, we need to run to break here and get to the happy hour. But what I will say is we got some money to the Gardens Mall on the line when we come back. Before we get to that, though, Tina, before we get to the moolah to the Gardens Mall, I do want you to tell the good people where they should be spending a little moolah to get their cars improved. St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Yes, it's a holiday season. We're going to be traveling to friends, to families' houses, and you need to make sure that your car is okay and safe on the road, just like me and Sally Girl are now, Sally the Sonata, and we go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire if you need new tires, if you need a battery, even if it's just some maintenance, they need to get checked out, go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They have locations in Palm Beach County, in Port St. Lucie. Go to slbt.com to find the closest location near you. Trust the experts. Don't try to figure it out yourself. slbt.com.
On the other side, we give out $50 to the Gardens Mall, so make sure you stay tuned in and see how. That is CCAT. That is Tina. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Join us for the 16th annual YMCA of the Palm Beaches Prayer Breakfast, Thursday, December 11th at the Breakers Palm Beach. Hear NFL legend, Super Bowl champion, and broadcaster Joe Theismann share his inspiring story of perseverance and purpose on and off the field. Support one of Palm Beach County's oldest nonprofits, serving children, family, and seniors since 1917. Learn more and reserve your seat at ymcapalmbeaches.org.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The PGA Tour is back in Palm Beach. The Cognizant Classic returns February 25th through March 1st to the Champion Course at PGA National Resort and Spa. Be here to watch PGA Tour players take on the Bear Trap, one of the toughest stretches in golf, while enjoying elevated fan activities around every corner. Experience the energy with your friends and take in the excitement of this can't-miss event. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com.
In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you expect from HSS, the world's #1 in orthopedic care. With 2 convenient locations in West Palm Beach and Wellington. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida. Choose better, move better.
Welcome into the Kaiser Sports Update. I'm Cade Chumsland. Seahawks fans had much to be thankful for over the holiday break. The basketball teams hosted the Thanksgiving Classic, with the women's team cashing in a pair of wins and the men's team pulling out a W against the Virgin Islands. Junior transfer Nadir Myers led the team with 21 points off the bench. Seahawks basketball has a combined record of 13-3 this season. On the gridiron, the number 2 ranked football team competed in the NAIA tournament against number 15 Southeastern, a game that Kaiser had to come back to win just a few weeks ago. Not so much the same story on Saturday. The Seahawks controlled the game from start to finish, with 20 unanswered points to open the game and ultimately winning 44-16. Kaiser will host the tournament quarterfinals this Saturday at 1 p.m. against number 6 Marion. For times and tickets on all of Kaiser University's athletic events, head to KUSeahawks.com.
Years of hard work have led to this day. It's National Signing Day, driven by South Florida Ford on ESPN 106.3. Top football talent from around Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast pick their college homes. Tune in as our local stars continue on their football journey. National Signing Day is presented by South Florida Ford, HSS Florida, Kaiser University, Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Racetrack, and the Orange Bowl.
Football season is here, and the ultimate game day headquarters is Twin Peaks. Whether it's college Saturdays or NFL Sundays, catch every kickoff, every touchdown, every Hail Mary right here at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. From scratch-made favorites to ice-cold 29-degree draft beers, Twin Peaks is delivering all the winning plays. Looking for a stronger lineup? No one does game day like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, come for the game, stay for the experience.
Don't fumble your finances. Whether you're running a business or running plays, Jay Zolo and Associates keeps your books tight in your stress light. With nearly 30 years of experience, Jay Zolo is your go-to coach for QuickBooks, offering expert consulting, one-on-one training, and full-service bookkeeping. Jay Zolo and Associates, simplifying your books so you can win on and off the field. Visit jzolo.com today. That's JZOLLO.com.
Download the ESPN South Florida app today and get the latest on local shows like Theoretically Speaking and Russo and Rizzo. Get some ESPN podcasts or get the high school sports updates in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Curious about what Mike Rizzo had to say about Aaron Rodgers? It's on the app. Wasn't able to find the score of the West Boca high school football game? It's on the app. Want to catch the Inter Miami live broadcast? You guessed it. It's on the app. Go download the ESPN South Florida app today and get your fix on all things sports right here in Palm Beach County.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. This is the happy hour. This is Theoretically Speaking here on December 2nd, 2025, a.k.a. the day the 12-team selection committee executes an absolute travesty on the world of college football. The day in which we expect them to, for the last time this season, because neither team has a game left on their calendar, rank Notre Dame ahead of Miami, solidifying the fact that wins in college football matter less than losses and putting a stain on the 2025 season. That is C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Tina is in the house here for the happy hour, and I have a question for both of you. What do Lane Kiffin and Alex Golesh have in common?
All right, so Lane Kiffin and Alex Golesh, they both just changed jobs.
Okay.
I'm right.
Yeah.
That's not what you're looking for.
That's one thing.
Okay.
Who's Alex Gold?
Alex Golesh.
They have coached in Florida before.
Former USF head coach, current Auburn head coach.
Okay,
what do Lane Kiffin and Alex Golesh have in common? By the way, Miami beat a SEC coach, another SEC coach.
Do they have a tie to FAU?
Lane does.
I know Lane does.
Yep.
Oh, I know the answer.
You know the
answer?
answer?
Did they date the same person?
Well, maybe behind closed doors. I don't have that fact in front of me. I don't know.
Tell you what.
Possibly.
They are Boca Bowl champions.
Both?
Oh!
Our former Boca Raton Bowl champions, but that was before it became the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. That's right. That's the name this year, the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. It is going to be played December 23rd at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday at Flagler Credit Union Stadium at FAU. See, Lane Kiffin won it for FAU in 2017. Alex Golesh won it for USF in 2023. Both of them, now SEC coaches. Lane will be at LSU. Golesh will be at Auburn. Both of them have a history of winning big games at the Boca Raton Bowl. Now the Bush's Boca Raton Bowl of Beans. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Also
JMU's coach Chesney got a big job recently.
Yeah, Bob Chesney. Mm-hmm. From JMU to UCLA, he also a Boca Raton Bowl alum. So if you want to get to the Boca Bowl and see all of the wonderful things around the Bushes, Boca Raton Bowl of Beans, and the great players and coaches that'll go on to do great things outside of their G5 jobs, what they are excellent in. Make sure you go online, BocaRatonBowl.com. The game again, December 23rd, 2 o'clock kickoff at Flagler Credit Union Stadium at FAU. Can't wait. Yeah, that was a little just, a little trivia.
Yeah.
Little trivia.
I liked it.
You know what else works as good trivia for the good people here?
What's that?
The 12 days of Christinamas.
Yes.
C-Cat, I'm going to let you do your job.
All right, can you first describe what exactly the 12 Days of Christinamas is?
Yes. We're on day 2 of
Okay.
12 Days of Christinamas. Every day on Theoretically Speaking, between 3 and 4 p.m., I will give a quote from a holiday film. The first person to call in and give the correct movie that this quote is from will receive a $50 gift card to the Garden Small. You can use this anywhere in the Garden Small. $50. And the song Every Day Grows by One Day. So we had day 1 yesterday. We'll have day 2 and day 1 today. On the second day of Christinamas, the Garden Small gave to me 2 Yeti coolers and 1 Vineyard Vines festive tea.
Ooh, that'd be a good use of a Garden Small gift card.
A Yeti cooler, yeah.
Yeti coolers.
Yeah.
Those things are trendy.
Mhm.
I feel like I see them everywhere.
Have you ever had one?
No.
Okay.
I accompanied my college roommate as he bought one before the first Penn State game of the year, our sophomore year.
Moral support, were you behind him at the register rubbing his shoulders, or were you just like with him?
I was just like with him.
Okay.
Like he had money.
Right. You were like, hey, all right, big dog.
Exactly.
Big
Like I
guy.
was going to get to use it for that year, so I was encouraging the purchase.
Yeah.
Like we together would drive at like 4 a.m. to the tailgate parking lots.
Nice.
Park the car and then go home and go to bed. Because there was like high dollar real estate that you can get if you get there early for the same price as the bad parking spots at Penn State.
4 a.m.
We'd have the Yeti cooler.
Y'all earned it at that point. 4 a.m., that sounds like the time that you get up to go work out, Tina.
Yes.
12 Days of Christinamas. How does this work? You're going to give the movie line,
I'm going to give the quote from the holiday film.
and we have $50 of Garden Small gift cards to give out to the caller who can guess what holiday film it is.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, you give the line first, and then we'll give the number for people to call in and guess.
Of course, Santa, the big man, the head honcho, the connection.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know that one.
I was about to say, I don't.
We're going to do that again.
Yeah, run that one back.
What movie is this from?
Of course, Santa, the big man, the head honcho, the connection.
I wonder if this is coming from the person that is playing Santa Claus, or if this is coming from somebody else who stumbles into them in this movie.
Is it a Vince Vaughn joint? I don't know.
Maybe the person who calls in will know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Which movie was that line from? And it is a holiday movie. That is the only hint we're able to give outside of the line itself. You can win $50 to the Gardens Mall, which is an excellent place to go to shop for Christmas.
Yes.
888-760-3776. $50 on the line to the caller who can call in and guess. What was the line?
Of course, Santa, the big man, the head honcho, the connection.
Of course, Santa, the big man,
The head honcho.
the head honcho,
The connection.
the connection. The connection? It's like the connection sounds weaker than the head honcho and the big man. It's like, why do you end with like less of a punctuation? I'm gonna have to look up what actor this is and wonder why they didn't change that around. But that is it. That is the line, and I wonder if we have a caller that is going to be able to guess it. 888-760-3776. $50 to the Gardens Mall on the line here, and you can really get to shopping at the Gardens Mall. You can pick up gifts for multiple people.
All right, we've got David in Boca thinks he's got the answer to the question right. David, you're on Theoretically Speaking. What's the answer to that movie quote question?
I think is it from the classic, the Christmas Story?
It is.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
David, you're a genius. David, was it Santa that said it, or was it somebody else to Santa?
I just watched that movie all the time growing up, man. I'm a little bit older, mid-40s, so.
Yeah.
Ralphie says it.
Ralphie, congratulations, David. Ralphie said it. You got it right. You're getting $50 to the Gardens Mall. Spend it wisely, David.
I was a little nervous. When I'm going through these quotes,
Congratulations to David.
sometimes I'm like, oh, this is too easy. Like anyone, I got to make it a little tough.
You got to make it tough.
Yeah.
David got it. Ralphie says it to Santa.
Ralphie.
It is kind of like a thing Ralphie would say.
I like the name Ralphie.
Ralphie's a good name. Would you, how many pets have you actually named? I know you've owned pets. How many have you named?
I've named 2.
You've named 2. Dogs, cats, rabbits?
Maybe a few others when I had a fish named Fred. I don't know who named that. I feel like I had it when I was like really, really young. I could see a young child saying like, I want to name my fish Fred.
Yeah, Fred the fish. That makes sense.
They're all like simple names.
Are you a fan of the name, like pets named after food or pets that are named after like real people names? Because Fred is real person name to your.
I would say like non-person names.
Non-person names,
yeah. Because like too, like if you meet someone, you're like, oh, Sam, that was my dog's name.
There's somebody in this office, I can't recall who it is, that always talks about how they had a dog named Theo. And I'm like, nice. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Huh? Somebody, I can't think off the top of my head.
I had a guinea pig named Sarah.
Really?
That sounds like me. I feel like I did that.
Those are all human names.
Oh, yeah, those are human names.
I'm trying to consider what kind of a pet. So my wife has been on my back for the past 10 years. From before we even met, she wants a pet so bad, but I can't do a dog, can't do a cat. Yeah. She is head over heels. Wants a pet.
Like I don't know, a weasel.
See, no, that's too nasty. It's just something weird and nasty about weasels.
You ever see them go through the tunnels and stuff?
Yeah, no, it looks cool from afar. I wouldn't want that thing in my house.
What was it on The Office when Michael Scott has all the tubes for like the guinea pigs?
Yeah.
I would like to see the Dorsey abode be taken over by weasels.
The bungalow.
The bungalow.
Yeah. Indoor-outdoor weasel.
I don't want
that. Kind of huddles and makes a fort in the pillows.
No, absolutely not. I don't want a weasel. I was considering a bunny. They feel low maintenance.
You have to clean their cage.
I don't feel like cleaning cages.
Yeah.
I can't have a roaming bunny. No cage.
You'll have poop everywhere. So I don't think so.
Maybe I'll leave them in the courtyard in the Bali bungalow. Could be a
you
rolling
have poop
bunny.
in the bungalow.
I can sweep that up.
You guys ever have guinea pigs?
I did.
No.
I had one growing up.
I had multiple growing up. Only 2 at the same time. They would bite the cage. And it would rattle and be loud all the time.
Oh, really?
It was awful. Exactly.
That's kind of funny.
And just in the middle of the night sometimes. Oh, I'll never forget. I got an outdoor cage for it once. And it's cool. It's almost like it's really 4 bunnies where it has a little ramp up into the little enclosure. And I brought him outside and played with him, went inside, had lunch. I came back. Gonzo.
Yeah. Somebody stole him?
No, well, I think a snake bit him or something like that. Tex was gone.
Tex?
That's a cute name.
I like the name.
Tex.
Yeah, named after Mark Teixeira, first baseman for the Yankees. So I called him Tex. He wasn't the first one, though. First one was Russell. I liked the name Russell back in the day.
Was it a gerbil?
No, all guinea pigs.
Guinea pig.
I was not, one of the losers with the gerbils.
I mean, it's the same thing.
No.
Gerbils
couldn't be further from...
Like a hamster?
Hamsters and gerbils, they're the same thing.
I had a hamster.
Guinea pig is different than a hamster and a gerbil? I feel like they're all rodents.
Okay, sure. And we're all mammals. Like, you can group them all together. But hamsters and gerbils are small.
Yes, hamsters are really small.
Oh, a guinea pig is big.
Yes.
Bigger.
Bigger. I had 2 hamsters growing up. And one of my hamsters, I went on a family trip. And we had someone, like, watching our pets. And while away, one of the hamsters, there was like a little tube that was like in their little cage, whatever. The other hamster stuffed like stuffing in the tube while the other hamster was in it. And it killed it.
No!
That is purposeful.
That's malicious.
Yeah.
Did y'all arrest him?
They had to tell me while I was away, too.
Well, wait a second. Did the hamster do it or did the person watching your hamsters do it?
Oh, they're like,
no,
you know
it was
what?
a family friend. I think it was the hamster.
Okay. I've had hermit crabs that just go haywire.
Oh, they get after it.
Uh-huh.
They kill each other, I think.
Yeah, random nights you'll just wake up and one shell will be empty.
Yeah.
That's like the fighting fish, too.
That was Fred. Fred was a fighting fish.
Fred the fighting fish.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cartoon.
Yeah.
They're
beta fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they act like alphas when they're in a tank, There can only be one.
Yeah. So I just need, I'm throwing this out there. Suggestions for a low maintenance, low cost, low supervision pet.
I think you need a cat. I think a cat.
Yeah.
That's not low maintenance, low cost.
Cats are low maintenance.
So, I mean, you're
Cats
comparing
are
it
so
to dogs.
chill.
I'm not, well, that's not,
You have a litter box to clean up. And
Dogs
that's
are the
it.
worst. Dogs are so high maintenance.
Yes.
Dogs are the best.
In terms of maintenance,
Yeah,
they
that's what I'm
are.
saying. That's
And,
all I'm thinking about.
responsibility, they
Logic.
are.
Yeah,
the
logic.
fact that you can just fly somewhere for a week and the cat's just fine
Yeah.
as long as you have automatic feeder in a litter box, dude, get a cat.
Yeah.
Cats are superior to dogs when it comes to like being a liability.
Dude,
they can take care of themselves. Dogs are so needy.
They
Well,
are.
yeah,
They're
dogs are needy.
inconveniences.
They're inconvenient. Yeah. And I want a convenient, low cost, low maintenance pet. So if anybody has any ideas, drop them in the chat at ESPN South Florida, or you can call into the Baptist Health Hotline as well, 888-760-3776.
Have you entertained other options outside of the dog-cat dilemma?
Yeah, as a rabbit.
Okay. Sorry, I was taking the call. I didn't hear that part.
I want to call him Chester.
Chester the rabbit.
Chester. Or
Chinchilla, I think, would be cooler.
Chauncey.
Why?
He is a sophisticated rabbit.
Okay.
Chauncey.
I think chinchilla.
Chinchilla. Oh, name him Chinchilla or
No,
get a chinchilla?
you
Okay.
get a chinchilla.
Chinchilla.
Okay. Oh, Paul.
Imagine if you named your bunny Chinchilla.
Yeah, that's Chinchilla the bunny. Paul says a pet rock might fit the bill. Not
Very
bad.
low maintenance.
Not bad.
I could see you getting into exotic fish.
Yeah, why don't you get a cool
Because it would
fish tank?
become like an actual interior design thing as well.
Hey, that's actually
Yeah.
kind of dope.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah, I watch on Animal Planet. They have like extreme fish tanks.
I've seen that before.
Like an anglerfish.
Yeah, you got these two dudes. I don't know if they're from down here or in the Northeast, but I remember I identified with where they're from. And like they put a fish tank in a Shaq's house.
Yeah.
Like, so you can be
Kinda
one of their
It's
clientele.
insane.
Yeah, you know what? If you have exotic fish tanks and you want to install them in my house, 888-760-3776. We can work out a deal. I could talk about you on the radio. Other people will buy it.
You
That
can,
would be awesome.
You can name all the fish like you name your plants.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. Theo's
Yeah.
a plant guy.
Yeah.
You put
Those
plants in your fish tank.
I could put plants in a fish tank. That's true.
plant guys and fish guys, they are not that far apart.
Yeah.
They're cut from the same thread.
That's true. I'm cool with that. Devontae in the YouTube chat says cats are the best.
Yeah, if you want allergies and something living
Hair
with you that
everywhere.
I'm not
actually
going
hates
to
you.
gain allergies because a cat is in the house. You either have them or you don't.
No,
You're
cats will
gonna
bring an
have hair all over
allergen so
you.
you didn't realize you had.
Oh, that's why people are allergic to cats?
I think so.
Hair all over the couch? I don't want
Hair
that.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want
Sometimes
that.
they're nice, sometimes they're mean.
I'm not dealing with that. If you're living in my house,
I
you're going to be
know.
nice at all times.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's not negotiable.
Yeah, no.
That
I've been
cat will be
attacked by
put
a
out so
cat, no.
quickly.
When I was in Turkey, there were a lot of stray dogs and stray cats. And like there was a mother with 3 little kittens that were just laying at the coffee shop on a chair next to the table that we were sitting at. It was adorable.
Yeah.
But it kind of made you sad.
That is sad.
We treat animals a lot different in the U.S. than people do outside of the U.S.
We do. Some people treat animals better than they treat people, which I think is incorrect way to go about life. Brandon says, I'm bougie. I don't like kids, babies, no high maintenance animals. So he's saying exotic fish and plants are the play. I'm not bougie.
Could you emotionally
like
detach yourself from the fish?
Could I emotionally?
Like, you wake up one morning and one's floating to the top. You got to flush them down the toilet.
I thought you meant like if I was hungry or something. I'd be like, I'm not raising salmon. It's just, I was like,
oh, you should put a koi pond. That's what.
In the floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Koi pond in the floor, like
an indoor or an outdoor koi pond.
Oh, that's hard.
That'd be sick.
That's hard.
That's a differentiator.
That is the day I'm going to be on a. I will change tax brackets as I install the koi pond.
Yeah.
That'd be incredible.
Koi pond it is.
All right.
Koi pond it is. Wow.
And yeah, I don't know how to transition here.
What?
Vitacost is a great place to get your nutrients that you
Yeah.
need.
Well, you know what? I'm going to need to be very nutritious as I enjoy my koi pond.
Yes, you can't buy fish at Vitacost. I don't think you can buy fish food either for this koi
can't.
pond. But what you can do is get supplements or anything to help your nutrition at Vitacost and their sport certified marketplace. I have a race in less than 2 weeks and I'm feeling pretty good right now. And it's only because I have the supplements that I take daily, from pre-workout, protein powder, creatine, electrolytes, that help me work out and be able to recover the best that I can. Vitacost in their sport certified marketplace. You don't need to be in the gym all the time or training for anything. You could just try to be bettering yourself. Vitacost sport certified marketplace. And at the checkout, use the code ESPN20 for 20% off your order. That's ESPN20 at Vitacost.com.
Thank you, Tina. Much love to Vitacost.
Yes.
Theo, one of your, phases or hobbies was when you got a Blackstone. And now imagining, one morning, damn, Publix is how far away?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Just slap it on the grill.
I ain't gonna lie. It depends on the fish. If I know that fish is a tasty fish.
I don't think you can eat koi.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Koi wouldn't work out. I would not try to fry koi. But, that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing. If my pet fish does pass.
No, I don't think you can do that. I think it'd be rank.
It needs to be alive. What if I catch it right as it dies? What if I catch it? If I'm watching the tank and I see him start floating to the top? I say, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Like Old Yeller? You Old Yeller a fish
No,
so
I would
you can
never.
eat him?
I wouldn't. Here's the thing, though.
Well, it's like shooting
what he
fish in a
would've wanted.
barrel. Yeah?
It's what he would have wanted.
You got to, make it quick.
Just snatch him out and throw him on the pan?
Yeah, you might be doing him a favor. You're right.
Yeah. As he's floating to the top. I got to catch him mid-float.
But I don't think in the pan is the nice way to do that.
Boil.
Again.
Oven.
I think you got to, give a little chop.
Oh, I got to chop the head off first.
Maybe not chop the head off, but you got to strike said fish at the brainstem to where it's bang, quick, done, easy.
Okay. I can do that.
All right.
I can do that.
I see them do it with a squid before, where it changes color when you do a certain thing.
As soon as you do
it instantly lights out.
Yeah, it's the more humane way of dealing with it.
And now, all of a sudden, you've got breakfast.
I've got breakfast. And you know what? What's more important than that? Most important meal of the day. Serving it up Teddy's way. Tina, thanks for joining us here early in the happy hour and giving us a little extendo time.
Yes.
That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. To get around on the other side, and we still discuss Miami Notre Dame, the great debate that's going to end in misery. And we're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Banyan Printing. For 47 years, the trusted partner for all your printing, mailing, and signage needs. And 2025 just brought something big to Banyan. Introducing Banyan's new press. Bigger, faster, and more competitively priced than anything you'll find anywhere in the Palm Beaches. Think variable data postcards, bulk mailings, and high-quality print on stocks up to a 24-point board. Banyan Printing. Visit banyanonline.com and discover how your business's printing materials can get bigger and better.
Snowbirds, welcome back. Time to trade your coats and hats for swim trunks and sunscreen. And get your home ready for company. Before the family arrives, make sure your home's water is in top shape. Hard water and hidden minerals can leave spots on dishes, dull your laundry, and dry out your skin. Not exactly festive. Schedule your free water test today before the holiday rush. Culligan will make sure your water is as clear and welcoming as that ocean view. Visit Culligan.com or just say,
"Hey, Culligan Man!"
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
The countdown to kickoff is on, and the road to the national championship runs through Miami. Don't miss the ultimate New Year's Day celebration. The college football playoff quarterfinal at the Capital One Orange Bowl kicks off at Hard Rock Stadium on Thursday, January 1st at noon. The Capital One Orange Bowl. History happens here. For tickets, visit orangebowl.org.
Recently, I had the opportunity to sit down with Dr. Joshua S. Jew, who operates out of Good Samaritan Health Center through the Palm Beach Health Network, and he explains how Florida is in the Stone Belt when it comes to being at risk to developing kidney stones.
There's a 1 in 10 risk of having kidney stones. Down in the Stone Belt, which is the southern part of the United States, especially the southeastern part of the United States, that risk is even higher. A lot of that's due to dehydration, which is probably the biggest risk factor for kidney stone formation, as well as diet. Having high oxalate-rich foods can predispose to stone formation risk. Florida is right in the middle of the stone belt, so a much higher risk of having stone disease here.
That was Dr. Joshua S. Jew from the Palm Beach Network Physician Group. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362 or go online to pbhnphysiciangroup.com.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Robinhood, the official jersey patch partner of the Miami Heat. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
And we're also live on the ESPN South Florida app. Make sure you get it today. Download it. It is free where you get your apps. You can reflect back on old takes. You can listen live to current ones. And you also can look forward to the high school football coverage we have throughout the end of this year, including tomorrow's National Signing Day. Tomorrow, that's right, is National Signing Day. NSD 26 will have coverage from 10 a.m. through 6 p.m., giving you updates, giving you interviews from coaches, players, and all of the likes here on ESPN 106.3. But, of course, you can tap in on that ESPN South Florida app, and you won't miss a single update. That's where you want to go. Stream the signings and all. We got guys going to Miami, Florida State, UCLA, Auburn, Florida. We going all over. We got some top dogs here out of South Florida, Palm Beach County, and the Treasure Coast, so make sure you tap in. Raymond in the ESPN South Florida YouTube chat keeps on saying, go Bills. Not entirely sure why. Maybe he's overcompensating because he's nervous about what he saw last night on Monday Night Football.
Ooh, or he is more so posting his chest out after what he saw on CBS primetime on Sunday, where, the Bills really put their foot down and dominated the Steelers. They got Pittsburgh Steelers fans for the 45th time in the last 2 decades chanting, "Fire Tomlin."
Yeah.
Fire Tomlin.
Yeah. They did.
Do they really think it's Tomlin's fault? You need someone to fall and take the fall for the inadequacies of their football team for the past several years.
It's been time for a divorce. It's been time for a breakup. It's not to say that the Steelers are bad or that Tomlin is bad. It just feels like that's a relationship that has run its course, So I don't think fire Tomlin is the right sentiment. I think Tomlin should move on. More trade, because he's not a bad football coach. I don't think anybody is assuming that.
Who would be the perfect match in a realistic job opening for Mike Tomlin?
Who should Tomlin go to is the question you have. You know what's interesting, though? And I'm not sure if this could/would happen. Tomlin in Miami, I would like, because one of the biggest issues former players have had, current players at times have talked about, but then also the perception around the Miami Dolphins is the lack of toughness, the lack of culture, the lack of leadership. And if you want a tough, culture-led and solid group and locker room, Mike Tomlin, look no further.
So that would mean no more Tua then, right? Because wasn't that the problem with the previous coach of the Dolphins about how he
Brian Flores?
Yeah, Brian Flores, who was no nonsense and borderline bullying the quarterback.
Who Tomlin, by the way, brought back into the NFL following the lawsuit and all of that. People forget before he became the Vikings DC, he was a defensive analyst for the Steelers through Mike Tomlin.
So that'd be a complete organizational shift and pivot from how the direction they want to go buy in the situation taking Tomlin.
Yeah, but what I will say, too, I think Tomlin's biggest fault has been his offensive coordinator choices over the past decade. It's been the quarterbacks he's married himself to and the offensive coordinator selections between Matt Canada and Arthur Smith and holding on to Roethlisberger too long, rolling out Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges and now Aaron Rodgers. Those have been absolutely treacherous mistakes. Like, ironically, a team where the head coach is Mike Tomlin and the play caller is Mike McDaniel probably solves a lot of issues all over the place, but don't see it happening. And I am curious where that fit is for Tomlin. Like, maybe he's the Giants' next guy in command?
That's certainly an option.
I was thinking help, too.
You know what? I'm afraid to say this out loud, but if the Packers underachieve this year, Mike Tomlin would fit well in Green Bay. He certainly would fit well in Green Bay.
He would. Matt LaFleur is supposed to be a good coach, though. But the way he's been calling that offense has been disorienting. For somebody who looks at that team and thinks, man, it's some good players on that side of the ball. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird how cautious they've been. By the way, before we jump on the Safe Bound Get Around, this via Adam Schefter on Twitter, just as we were talking about divorces in Pittsburgh, the Steelers and cornerback Darius Slay have mutually agreed to part ways. He is going to look to play. Apparently, Slay is interested in continuing to play and going to be signing with other teams, but his time in Pittsburgh has come to an end. So, things are definitely falling apart at the seams in Pittsburgh. What is new?
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
Safebound Get Around. By the way, we got clarification from Raymond in the YouTube chat. He says, I'm just saying it because of what I saw on Sunday. And then he said, go Bills again. So 3 go Bills in our chat. I'm going to ask that comes to a halt, please.
Next stop, we're going to take a drive right up the road from us. It might be right down the road from you if you're listening in Palm Beach County or the Treasure Coast. We're going to Jupiter, Florida. Might stop at 1000 North while we're there because Tiger Woods has not made a decision about playing in the PGA Tour or the PGA Tour Champions Tour in 2025. Remember, his 50th birthday is approaching at the end of this month. He had that surgery once again while practicing, a freak injury. I think it was to his Achilles this time, to Tiger Woods. Woods said, I'm probably going to play 25 events on both tours facetiously. And, facetious.
No. Facetiously.
Yeah, he was joking about how he's going to play as much as possible, and he does not know about his playing schedule and says he's a ways away, per Tiger Woods. Theo, would Tiger Woods get you to a TV screen as a casual golf fan in 2025 or 2026?
No, he wouldn't. I'm sorry. I got to be honest with you. And part of the issue is the thrill of turning on the TV for Tiger is in the back of your mind. You always had that hope that he could win it. And that was what you were chasing. You were chasing the nostalgia of watching him go after guys. And I just don't think he is that guy anymore in golf because of the injury. So no. But will he draw more fans than the typical viewership of a tournament? Yes, just not me particularly. That wouldn't move the needle.
Yeah, I don't think it would move the needle for me in particular either. It's just maybe for the Champions Tour, because if you're going to turn on the Champions Tour, it would be for Tiger Woods because he has a better chance at beating those guys who are above that age range versus the Scotty in his prime, the Rory still hanging on and winning tournaments like that. Yeah. Tiger could beat the old folks. He can't beat the young bucks.
And also, like, if Tiger was like the performance, the captivation around Tiger Woods was about the dominance. It wasn't necessarily about like the personality. Like it wasn't as much about like, oh my God, like I gotta see what he says, what he does. You never know with Tiger. Like no. It's never been that. So
yeah, when you turn the TV on, he's playing golf and he's very serious about it.
Yeah, he's very serious.
Like it's not as exactly.
It's nothing worse than watch somebody be very serious about something and also underperform. It's like I'm not tuning into that. So sorry.
Next stop, Cleveland, Ohio. Going north.
Well, you know what? I forgot. I've changed my sentiment around Cleveland. It's cool.
Well, they've got a football team there in Cleveland, and Head coach Kevin Stefanski of those Brownies continues to take Shedeur Sanders' status as the Cleveland Browns quarterback on a week-to-week basis. This follows the Browns' 26-8 loss to the Niners, ensuring the Browns' 23rd losing season since 1999. Sanders kind of struggled in the second half. He will start next week, but it's a week-to-week basis for Shedeur Sanders. Do you see any other quarterback starting for the Browns this season, barring injury, or is it Shedeur all the way? He just won't admit it.
It's Shedeur all the way, and it's not about him not wanting to admit it. I think he wants differently. Like, I still think he doesn't like that dude, and he's hoping and begging for an avenue in which he can either get Dylan Gabriel back out there or he might get the massage man himself back in the fold. So we'll see, but I still have not been convinced that he doesn't like Shedeur for whatever reasons, whether it be his ability, his personality, his fit in the system. Like, there's clearly tension between those two.
Yeah, and honestly, the more I hear Shedeur talk, the more I've come around to like him. Like, he recognizes when he's being baited into making a headline, and he'll call reporters out for that.
Yeah, he's almost too defensive on it now, but right. I get why, though, because he's been so attacked.
Yeah, and we had a Shedeur Sanders fan walk by our studio just about an hour ago and did the perfect timing thing. He's got a rabid fan base who will jump to defend Shedeur Sanders when he's not really under attack in certain situations.
Yeah.
It really is a beast that comes with him, and I think head coach Kevin Stefanski of the Browns just do not want to give that to Shedeur.
Yeah.
And have Shedeur be able to call himself a franchise quarterback right now, because he isn't that undeniable talent that is going to take your team from a losing team to a playoff team. He's developmental, and he'll get there. And I don't think Kevin Stefanski trusts Shedeur Sanders to not take that franchise quarterback tag and run with it.
I'm actually fine with that as well, because let's not forget, Shedeur Sanders has been coached by his dad since he was 11. Nobody else has been his head coach other than his dad. So I'm okay with them making him earn it week after week after week. What I'm not okay with is the perception that I have of the situation, which it seems like there is a adversarial relationship between Stefanski and Shedeur Sanders. The gap between that is too extreme. Yes, it's nice that he's playing for somebody that's not his dad. Also, he should not be playing for a head coach that might hate him. So we got to find a common ground.
Next stop,
we are going to Tennessee. Why are we going to Tennessee? Because I forget which city Vanderbilt's in. It's somewhere. It's in Nashville.
It's in Nash Vegas.
Well,
along with Tennessee State.
Big-time recruiting flip happened earlier today, where the number 2 quarterback, the 5th-ranked overall prospect in the 2026 recruiting class, flipped from Georgia to Vanderbilt today. Vanderbilt, of course, just beat Tennessee over the weekend. They're on the outside looking into the 12-team playoff, but they're certainly staking a claim of being one of those 2 losses out at large bids coming in. This is a pretty big shakeup in college football where you're going from Georgia to Vanderbilt.
Crazy. But he knows he has a chance to start as a true freshman. Now, what I will say is Hayes Fawcett reported that, who is very good in the college football. He is with Rivals. Jared Curtis himself, the quarterback, did tweet out, quote, "Don't know where all this is coming from. Haven't had a chance to talk to either school yet. Ooh. I'll keep y'all posted." You know what that tells me, C-Cat?
What?
He wanted to make a demonstrative flip on signing day tomorrow, and he wanted to make a big deal out of it, and it leaked early. And now he's trying to get out ahead of things. I don't know, I ain't made my mind up yet.
Okay.
Come on, dog. He's going to Vanderbilt.
Or maybe he's trying to get more money from Georgia?
Potentially, because what other reason would we have for this to come out today? We've had no other big flips or things like that be breaking today.
Yeah, 17-year-olds, loose lips, you kind of let it go on accident.
It is one of those two things. Either he's trying to leverage for more NIL money from either of the 2 schools, most likely Georgia in this case, or it leaked and he's kind of pissed because he doesn't get to do the whole flamboyant, oh, look at this hat, and I'm doing this one on it.
Yeah, that big personality quarterback Diego Pavia and his family, his eligibility runs out after this season.
Yeah, he's 38.
So he looks every bit of it too, man. He's become a weird folk hero, and honestly, because of both his play on the field and his character, kind of has made Vanderbilt less of a laughingstock in the SEC.
100%. You can't have one without the other. His play was not enough. It's his play, and it's also his bravado, and also his character and his personality. He has made them into a bigger brand. So shout out Coach Leak. Shout out to Vanderbilt. If you get this quarterback, that is a robbery, highway robbery. I mean, Vandy should not be getting Georgia commits.
No.
And that's a state-bound get-around.
Sure is.
Did you mention Culligan? Oh,
Calling from above.
I just literally yesterday, as I was putting up my Christmas lights, went to go check on the water softener system that I have hooked up outside in my little my nursery area, as we like to call it, because we got a lot of plants out there. And I did notice. I said, "Oh, look, it had a little red symbol on it." I'm like, "Oh man, something must be amiss. Need some support issues." I pull out the app, and this is what I like about Culligan. There's a Culligan Connect app. Any kind of Culligan equipment you have hooked up to your house, you just pull up the Culligan Connect app, and it walks you through exactly what to do. You don't have to call. You don't have to go online. You pull up the app, and you walk through the steps. The only issue was my water softener wasn't hooked up to the Wi-Fi. Everything was still working and going fine, but it told me, hey, it's not hooked up to the Wi-Fi. Don't fret. Don't call anybody. Unplug it. Wait 30 seconds. Plug it back in. It'll hook back up. If you have any issues after that, contact support. Followed the instructions. Everything went perfectly, and I'm a happy customer. You can be a happy customer as well. Get a reverse osmosis system like I got. Potentially get yourself a water softener, or just enjoy the delicacies that are the many of ways in which you can buy and purchase Culligan water. They do it the right way. They also can come to your home and test your water to tell you exactly how they can help you, because Florida has some of the worst water in all of the nation. Culligan.com. Culligan.com. Get tapped in with Culligan water, and make sure you tell them Big Teddy sent you.
Hey, Culligan man.
Get that water right in your home, man. Be good to your relatives, your family, and yourself this holiday season. And we're going to break here. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey with Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Hi, this is Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. We are a Florida civil trial law firm that specializes in the areas of personal injury and wrongful death. Our offices are located in Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie. Our lawyers have litigated thousands of matters at the Palm Beach, Martin, St. Lucie, and Indian River County courthouses. Our lawyers, paralegals, and other numerous members of our legal team live in Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast cities and towns such as West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Lake Worth, Palm Beach Gardens, Palm City, Jupiter, and others just like you and your families. We are a statewide recognized law firm, but it is your community and your families that we live and associate with on a daily basis. Our most satisfying achievement is when we know that our legal power has helped a fellow member of our Palm Beach County and Treasure Coast community secure a fair and just huge result. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Celebrate the most wonderful time of the year at the Gardens Mall. Enjoy festive events and experiences this holiday season. Get your photo taken with Santa or shop around the Kids Corner holiday shop located on the upper level near the Gardens Cafe's food court. You can also pick an angel from the Salvation Army Angel Tree to help give underprivileged children in Palm Beach County a season to remember. Donations will be accepted through December 17th. Visit thegardensmall.com for more details and schedules.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
They let Notre Dame into the playoffs, and they're going to do what they always do. And that's lose to playoff level teams like they did against Miami and Texas A&M. If that's what you want, I guess that's why other people are fighting for it. They're like, give us the Fighting Irish. We know we could beat them. That's what they do. They're competitive losers. You know who's a competitive winner that can get you back competing again at the level in which you desire to? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. I want to welcome you to being treated like a pro. You don't have to be a professional athlete to get back to the level that you once knew. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more about how you can get right. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is here to get you back in the game. It's trusted by the pros and ready for you because everybody, and I do mean everybody, deserves pro-level orthopedic care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, welcome to being treated like a pro.
Thoughts on James Madison getting in over Miami per Evan Daniel?
That actually couldn't happen because if James Madison gets in, they'll get in as a conference champion and an auto bid. They would get in over Duke. They would get in over Duke if Duke wins the ACC, which probably should happen. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
In sports and in life, how you move matters. So when injuries or pain get in the way, the orthopedic specialists at HSS Florida provide world-class care to get you moving again. From non-surgical and surgical care to personalized rehabilitation, HSS Florida offers the same quality and expertise you expect from HSS, the world's